My experience at Birmingham Women's Hospital started in 2015. I had had a very normal, low-risk pregnancy. There were no issues whatsoever. Came in for a scan and I was told there was no heartbeat. I was nearly 7 months pregnant at the time and it came out of the blue. There was no indications that there was anything wrong. We then had to go home and get some things and come back to the hospital so I could be induced. And when we walked back into the hospital, I looked like any other pregnant woman. So someone said to me, "Congratulations and good luck." Obviously they had no idea what we were going through, but to them, you're here to have a baby. And that's just what this hospital's about.
Me and my wife came the first time when she was 16 weeks pregnant and she experienced heavy bleed. Hospital put us in a delivery suite because they said Ezra would be born then and there. We held on to 23 weeks, but sadly at that point Ezra passed away after surviving for 3 hours. We went to the delivery suite for the labour. He was born there, he lived there and he died there.
I was pregnant with my second pregnancy in 2010. Relatively straightforward pregnancy, no problems whatsoever. One day I had reduced movements. I went up to the hospital, my local hospital, for a scan, never expecting to be told that unfortunately my baby's heart had stopped. I was 36 plus 5 at that point, so I was sent home from hospital and brought back in 2 days later to be induced. Lily was born that evening, bang on 37 weeks, weighing £5.4.
We were then able to spend a few days here. We weren't rushed to leave at all. But unfortunately, the Abbey Suite where we were, it's on the delivery ward. And there we were holding our tiny son, looking like he was about to take a breath, but knowing he wouldn't, but hearing all these other babies crying. And that's so hard to be looking, thinking, yes, please take a breath, just take one. Please let them be wrong. Everyone else is getting what they want, why can't we?
There was no reception to go to say we had the parents of Ezra. We had to phone up the midwife and she had to meet us, and it was like a secret. And she took us down some corridors that we'd never been down before, and people were just going back there every day, having a laugh, talking about stuff where we were just like, we don't want to hear that, we're here to see our son that's died. And to see Ezra again, we was put in this room that could barely fit 3 people in.
As you walk in, there are pictures of new babies everywhere, of happy families. And so walking back in at that time and seeing those pictures, it was so difficult just to take those steps.
What we know from feedback from our families is that currently the spaces where we tell them that perhaps their pregnancy is over or that their child is going to die aren't good enough. So we're going to do something about that. Woodland House is a centre for our bereaved families. It's a safe haven after the death of a child or a pregnancy loss, where you're away from the hustle and the bustle of the hospital, away from the other families celebrating the birth of their child. And it's a place where you can reflect and feel safe after a loss.
We need Woodland House because we are caring for families at their most vulnerable time. Our midwives, nurses and doctors need to be able to do that in a space that is kind and caring and values what they are going through.
What Woodland House will provide is for all of our mums. That includes our mums who've had an early gestational loss, an early miscarriage, and they will be able to use Woodland House to come and spend some time and collect their baby and take their baby home.
My hopes for Woodland House is that it provides a place that families can spend time with their babies, that they can feel safe, that they can feel that they're not on their own. I think the fact that you would be going to Woodland House, a specific place for baby loss, would just make that family feel that they're not on their own and that there is support there.
People should support the appeal because pregnancy and infant loss affects so many people.
To support this appeal will mean so much to so many families that have to go through this. I mean, nothing's going to change the heartbreaking news, but to have that comfort of knowing that those last memories that you have with your kid are precious and they only can be made once. Having the Woodland House would help that child's life and memories live forever in the best way possible.